Welcome to High Road to You. This is Mark Stofer, and I want to share with you, I had a conversation with somebody that I've known for quite a while, and he was talking about, wanting to sell their house because, the market may take a pretty heavy correction, and he's not in a position to, get tied into his mortgage and, having a house being potentially upside down like 2008. And, he's ready to retire basically and find affordable, living for retirement. And, he was going on about how there was a disagreement with his wife, and he said, we have this, policy in our marriage that we don't, we don't, move forward unless we both agree. And I said, well, you've agreed with her, because if you don't do anything, I just said, just imagine yourself on a boat in deep water, and the storms are going to come. And this storm happens to be maybe a correction in the market, and you're not going to turn this boat around and get on high ground, get in a safe harbor and get on high ground. That's making the decision. Not making a decision is making a decision. But I couldn't believe how fucking stupid he was. I mean, in the context of not, agreeing or disagreeing with his wife or their situation, it was the fact that he says, we built our house and we're going to sell it because I'm going to retire and I can't work my whole life, and looking at the market conditions, you can sell on the high side. You don't want to catch a falling knife basically. So I said, yeah, it sounds like a calculated approach. It sounds like you had talked about it prior to this moment in time, this crossroad in your life. But ultimately, the wife had determined that, maybe she didn't want her husband to be home. Maybe she didn't want to have this relationship. And the more he travels a lot, so he's somebody else that she spends time with when he's away. And as long as the bills are being paid, and as long as there's this comfort of this house that is, they're going to be empty nesters. That was the other thing, is that it doesn't make sense to have this big house when our kids are, have moved out. So with that, all these considerations, it seemed obvious that it seems like a calculated approach to put the house on the market and then downsize and retire and have, reap the fruit of all your labor. But ultimately, the wife didn't agree for whatever reason. And so he says, we're not going to do anything until we both agree. And I just thought that was comical. That's all. Anyway, I hope this resonates with somebody out there. Okay. Turn the boat around, get in a safe harbor and high ground, and don't wade out there in the middle of the ocean in deep water, because the storms will come and it will capsize the boat. And whose fault is it? It's yours, because you knew better.